Good morning, everybody, and thank you so much for joining me and my team on our presentation of team sports. So today we will be sharing the intricacies of certain team sports such as basketball, football, rowing, and soccer by discussing their history, level, and special rules. So I will be beginning with basketball, which is actually my favorite sport, by starting with its history. Alrighty. So basketball was not what it is today. So originally it was made as a safer alternative to football by a PE teacher named James Naismith in the 1890s. So students were originally unable to dribble or run, causing it to look more like a game of ultimate frisbee rather than modern day basketball, because players were only allowed to pass their way to the goal. And the goal itself was a solid bottom peach basket that someone would have had to climb a ladder to get the ball out of. So the game was very, very long and slow. Now, originally it was played with 9 members, but that has currently evolved into a traditional game being played with 5 teammates. That including a point and shooting guard, small and powered forward, as well as center, which is what I used to play at. So while alterations have occurred, the rules are pretty much still the same. For example, as indicated in Naismith's original 13 rules, no shouldering, holding, pushing, tripping, or striking of an opponent shall be allowed, which is basically the current policy regarding fouls in modern basketball as set standard by the NBA. So looking specifically at the NBA, each game is played in 4 quarters that are 12 minutes each, not counting timeouts, causing each game to be less than an hour, resulting in it being an incredibly fast-paced sport. And that's at pretty much every level. Speaking of the NBA, which was founded in 1946, there are different levels, as I mentioned, of basketball that are divided geographically as well as age-wise, with each level having its known team and players. So in most areas, there are neighborhood leagues where kids as young as 5 begin learning the necessary skills to advance them into the next stages, such as the school or league teams. Now, if the player performs well enough at this, then they may be selected to join a college level basketball team. There are actually 32 conferences on the college level, with the ACC being ranked the best, since 5 out of 25 of the best teams reside there. But in my opinion, the far superior conference is the Big 12 because it produced last year's national champions, the Baylor Bears. Sicko. So Baylor has supplied many players to the National Basketball Association, commonly referred to as the NBA. The most recent being Freddie Gillespie, who currently plays for the Raptors. Now, at the moment, there are 30 NBA teams that each play 82 games per season. Now, after this regular season, the best 16 teams are moved into the playoffs to compete in a championship, whose winner last season was the Milwaukee Bucks in a close game ending at 105 to 98 points each. Alrighty, thank you so much for your time, and now let's move on to America's favorite pastime, football.